The NFL season is happening. It's prime time picks. Thanks for the bumper music. All right. So on Thursday,
what the hell was that?
I don't know. On Thursday night, we have the Bengals taking on the Browns. It's the battle for Ohio. It's number one pick against number one pick. Brandon, who you got?
I'm going to take the Browns.
Leave the dramatic pause.
Interesting.
Had to think about it a little bit.
Oh, by the way,
It's kind of a pick. I'm like,
worth noting real quick. Week 1, Paul went 4-1. Brandon and I both went 3-2. And Tyler went 4-1 as well.
That's tied for first.
So yeah,
Tied for
Tyler and
number
Paul are up atop. So Brandon, you
So
have
far.
I'm taking the Browns.
the Browns. Why?
Baker Mayfield, OBJ.
Joe Burrow showed a lot in the first week, though. I feel like Joe Burrow.
You can make your case for the Bengals when you pick, mister.
Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. They got a lot of weapons on the offensive side.
They had these guys last year.
You
too.
said Chubb.
I don't have a Chubb for the Browns. I'm taking the Bengals. The Bengals. I
Bengals?
was.
Are you going to walk like an Egyptian to the betting window?
Yeah, exactly. Put some money on it, baby. I'm going to take the Bengals because while they were playing the Chargers, which is another team that still has a little bit, little ways to go, I think that Joe Burrow showed me a lot in the fact that he didn't have OTAs or training camp but still played as well as he did. I'm a little bullish, but I like Joe Burrow over the Browns, taking the Bengals.
Taking the Bengals because
Ooh.
it's easy to pick against the Browns, and they just looked like they weren't even interested in playing football this past week. That's really I think if it comes down to will, Burrow wants to win, and again the Browns looked like they were like, oh, we had a game today. Ah man, there goes my reservation at Le Cirque or whatever.
All right, next we got Sunday Night Football. It is the Cam Newton New England Patriots heading to Seattle to take on Russell Wilson's Seahawks. Tyler, who you got?
I got the Seahawks. I think they finally realized that their best option ever, all the time, is go, hey, Russ, here's the ball. Go. I think they finally realized that, and I think as good as they've been not letting him do that and kind of keeping the reins on him and trying to establish that run-first thing, I honestly believe that the number one team in the NFL right now is the Chiefs, and the number 2 one is the Seahawks.
All right.
Although I did like what I saw from the Patriots last week. I do like seeing Cam Newton. He's one of my favorite players, just as in general rule. He changed the game in a lot of ways.
I'm happy for Cam.
I am too.
I'm happy for him. That being said, I don't think he's going to beat the Seahawks. I have them as well, pretty much for the same reasons you did. I think, again, it's going to be one of those things where this team has all that continuity that the Seahawks have, and I think that that will help them win this game. And
could be a shootout, maybe.
Yeah, it could be fun.
But Jamal Adams looked wow, like for the Seahawks. Yeah,
Brandon.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks. They got Russell Wilson.
Chalk it up, baby.
They got Russell Wilson. New England doesn't.
DK Metcalf.
That's the difference.
We got all that.
That's really
The Seahawks looked very good against the Falcons.
Boy, howdy, man.
I understand it's the Falcons, but they did look good. All right, now to Monday Night Football. I feel like this is going to be chalk too. It is the New Orleans Saints heading to Las Vegas. That still feels weird. To play the Raiders in their new stadium. I think we're all going to be chalk, but we'll see what happens. I'm taking Drew Brees and the Saints. Easy pick over the Raiders.
Yeah, I like New Orleans as well. I think that they play a little bit better. They don't. We're not sure if Mike Thomas is going to be playing this week. He's got that ankle sprain, but I don't think that even if he doesn't play, I don't think that will matter too much. I think Alvin Kamara is going to do just fine.
Yeah, I think you were saying
they got too many weapons.
Like you were saying in the group chat, every running back that got paid showed up big time.
Yeah.
This week. So
I like the Saints pretty big, probably.
Tyler.
I'm going to take Oakland.
Whoa! And by the way, it's Vegas.
It's Oakland. You're never going to get me to admit that there's pro sports in Las Vegas ever.
Even the Vegas
No.
Nights? All right.
Especially the Vegas Knights.
Yeah,
Good.
That was the shocker. I was very surprised.
Did Dallas win their series
Yeah,
against them?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, I'm
Blowing
taking.
my ears
I'm
out.
taking. Sorry, I forgot you were in headphones. I take the Raiders just because I just kind of want to shake stuff up, and seriously, I can't stand it that Las Vegas has pro sports. Okay, next up.
All right, now we're moving on to our wild card picks. Now, refresher because we didn't have it last week. Wild card is not the same as upset, so you could pick a team that's favored if you want. It's really just a random game that you don't think somebody else would pick in our group. So for their wild card, let's start with Brandon again.
Oh, thanks. I'll take Baltimore. Take Baltimore over Houston.
Yeah, it's easy pick.
Pretty easy. I think I don't need to explain it too much.
Yeah. All right then. I will move along and say that I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over the Miami Dolphins.
Good pick.
I think the Bills still looked really good in the first week. Now I understand they're playing the Jets, but regardless, I still think they played well. And Josh Allen, I should have started him, and I'm a big fan of him. I like the Bills.
I did start him. Yeah, I had a good game.
They're gonna win the AFC East. I got the Bills.
People were looking at me when I drafted Josh Allen, like, what? And I'm like, have you seen how much he runs?
He got me 38 points.
Right? Me too. Yeah.
And I had him on the bench. Probably would have won.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about my fantasy team. Tyler, who's your wild card?
My wild card is Minnesota over Indianapolis.
Homer pick.
Yep, I'm gonna do it because
I did it last week.
I don't want people thinking that I just hate my team. I don't, but it's hard to stomach that thing on Sunday. But the Colts did not look that good, and I think that we are better than them in a lot of the ways.
Jaguars.
Exactly. I think we're better than them in a lot of ways. Of course, next Tuesday I could be, burning this jersey on the video. That's very possible too. But
And I would say this.
I don't think the Vikings are again burning down the house, but I think they right the ship a little bit. They get a little confidence. Justin Jefferson, Irv Smith have a big game, and I'm picking them. They're favored over the Colts.
All right. We're going to loop back around to you. Who do you have for your upsets, Tyler?
I was torn because I don't want to be an idiot and go out on a crazy limb and say the Jets over the Niners. Like, what?
That's
Are you
insane.
high?
Yeah, I would ask that.
Right? Like, what? My upset is definitely... I just wanted to pick one that you guys wouldn't, and so I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons over the Dallas Cowboys.
Interesting.
Okay.
Cowboys, a team that we all thought was going to do really well. 0-2, huh? Interesting. I thought, yeah.
I just like the line more than anything.
Actually, you know what? That's not true. Brandon and I were much more bullish on the Cowboys than you were.
I think there's too many distractions behind the scenes, and
That's what hurt. I think that's definitely what killed their season last year for sure.
I think McCarthy will do good this year.
All right.
He's too good of a coach, but
I think now this one's going to be a little bit out there, but I like this one. I think Drew Lock has shown me something, and he showed a lot in a loss to the Titans. So
he did look good.
I think the Broncos will bounce back and beat Big Ben and the Steelers on the road. I got the Broncos for
That's
my upset.
bold, man.
Defense is too good, man.
This is where I start to really crumble because this is what happened last year when I went out on a limb a little bit too much. But I like it. I'm sticking with it. Broncos over the Steelers. Brandon, what is your upset pick?
I'm going to go with the bounce back. They didn't play very well, as we talked about earlier. But I'm going to take Philly over LA Rams.
Over the Rams.
Philly's going to get the win.
That's
Were
a
you not-
tight. That's a tight line too.
Were you not impressed with the Rams, or what? I'm interested why you think.
I still think Philadelphia is pretty good, and I think that they'll get it done this week. They played well for a while. I think they'll right the ship.
Wake up call last week.
I did think that the LA Rams defense played very well last week, though.
Donald was unblockable, man.
He took out 3 linemen in one play.
I
Did you
know.
see that?
I
That's
know.
what he does. That's what he does.
He's just
He's a freak. He is a freak.
he's fun to watch.
No, he's up there with I think he's better. He's surpassed J.J. Watt. I think he's the top defensive lineman.
Especially because he's an interior
the fact
lineman.
that he went up against Dallas's offensive line and managed to shove one man into another man and then take out a third person.
You don't see that dominance in the middle of the defensive line anywhere in the NFL these days.
I saw posts where they're like, he's a paid bully. Like he
Right?
literally just beats up these guys. It's you hate. You know what?
Do you have?
You hate to see it.
No, you don't.
Can
It's
I
the
have your lunch
Cowboys.
money?